Hey, my name is Anthony. This is PG3D, and today we printed with wood. So like I was saying, I've 3D printed this wooden Brontosaurus flower pot. It's going to be for a friend of mine. And whenever I say wood, what in the 3D printing community, what I actually mean is I've printed out PLA that is infused with either wood, sawdust, or corkboard, or cork. So it's not completely wood. This isn't solid wood. Actually, it's probably mostly plastic. But whenever I sand it down and stain it and polyurethane it, it should hopefully look just like wood. And that's what we're going to be testing out on this episode. I'm hoping that I can get this done in time for my friend's birthday, which coincidentally is this week. So I probably didn't get it done in time and it's going to be late, but it's worth a shot. Okay, so I've got my Brontosaurus here. And I've got my rougher and finer sandpaper. And I'm just going to try and sand this down with the rough first to get it. What I'm trying to do is expose as much of the actual wood in the filament as possible so that it'll absorb more of the stain. So I'm going to sand it rough first and then the finer to kind of smooth all that out. And then hopefully we'll stain it and it'll be all right. But I'm going to kind of fast forward through the sanding because I imagine that sandpaper in the audio would not be all that pleasant. So here we go. Since we're going to be speeding through this part, I was just going to mention that this was done on the Monoprice Maker Select Plus, modified with the Micro Swiss all metal hot end with a hardened nozzle to print the wooden material. If I remember right, this was at 0.2 layer height, infill 20%. 205 on the nozzle and 50 on the build plate. Okay, so I think I got it pretty good with the rough sandpaper. So now I'm going to go to the finer sandpaper, and I'm not actually like trying to get rid of all of the layer lines or anything like that. I kind of want them in there to kind of look wood grainy. So like I'm not going over this as much as I probably would normally. Sorry for that. I noticed the spot I missed. Anyway, so now first I'm going to plug in my camera because my battery is getting low apparently, and then I'm going to move on to this fine sandpaper. What kind of sucks is that while I was printing one of these for myself so that I could have one in my office at work too, there was a major nozzle jam and the Monoprice's e-stop motor, or the extruder motor, fried. So eventually I have to replace that. Yay. So I think we're pretty much done with the whole sanding portion. It feels pretty smooth, and hopefully we've exposed enough of the wood inside of it to actually hold the stain, which we'll be seeing that in a minute. So that's the next step, is getting the stain. And I was thinking that this, which it needs to be that way, this stain here looked pretty nice, American walnut. So that's what I got. And hopefully it'll look nice. We'll see. So now it's onto the stain, which I'm not 100% sure about, because whenever I opened it, I opened up and found out that this brown stain is purple, which I don't know if you can actually really tell that from the camera. But I guess let's see what happens. I really kind of globbed it on there. So I think this looks pretty wood-like. Let me set up the camera in a different way so we can try and get a better look. It's kind of, it might be a little bit out of focus at this close and with the lighting. So let's move the camera and see it in a better light. But I mean, it kind of it looks like wood to me. All right, so there you have it. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like wood, and what's really surprising is that it really feels like wood. I mean, that you can't, it does not feel like plastic. It actually has that slight bit of texture of wood to it, which is really cool. So now I just got to get it mailed off. I'm gonna like kind of put a picture at the end of the video of it because it might be hard to see in the video of what it looks like as far as color wise and whatnot, especially with the lighting in here. So this I would call a successful wood print. I can't wait to do some more, especially whenever I get them doing on the Prusa. I don't know what else I'm going to print, but this is really cool. And this, this is a venture into other types of filaments with stuff infused in them, like metal filaments and stuff like that. So very exciting stuff, hopefully coming forward. And hopefully this will make somebody happy for their birthday. So thanks for checking out. Thanks for checking this out, and thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll see you later on the next episode.